Fang, a knowledgeable but somewhat frivolous man, had a habit of chasing and teasing beautiful women he encountered on the street. One day, while strolling in the countryside, he spotted a magnificent carriage. Inside, several lovely maids attended an exquisite lady, while another beautiful maid rode alongside on horseback. The carriage's mistress was so stunning that Fang was utterly captivated. He became fixated and pursued the carriage for miles. Eventually, a maid inside the carriage called out to the mounted maid.
"Draw the curtains. Where did this boorish man come from, leering at us like that?"
The mounted maid lowered the curtain, then turned to Fang and exclaimed.
"This is Lady Ning, the wife of the 7th young master, not some village wench. How dare you gawk?"
With that, she scooped up a handful of dirt and flung it at him. Blinded by the dust, Fang could barely open his eyes, and by the time he could, the carriage was gone. Upon returning home, his eyes remained irritated. His wife examined them, discovering a white membrane grew inside his left eye. Tears flowed constantly. Within days, the membrane swelled to the thickness of a coin, and his right eye developed spiral patterns. Despite consulting numerous doctors, no cure was found. Frustrated, Fang hired someone to chant Buddhist scriptures for him. The chanting brought him a sense of calm. One night, he distinctly heard a tiny voice from his left eye lament.
"It's too dark in here, I can't stand it anymore."
Then, a small voice from his right eye replied.
"Then let's go out for a stroll together."
Fang felt a peculiar itching in his nostrils, as if something was moving in and out. After a while, he felt the sensation again, this time entering his eyes through his nostrils. Then, a voice from within his eyes said,
"It's been so long since I've seen the orchids in the courtyard. They've all withered."
Fang, who cherished his orchids and had personally tended to his garden before losing his sight, was immediately concerned. He anxiously asked his wife,
"Have my orchids all withered?"
When she inquired how he knew, he explained that the little people in his eyes had told him. His wife went to the garden to check and confirmed that the orchids had indeed withered. The couple was astonished. Fang's wife secretly observed from a corner of the room. Soon, she witnessed two tiny, bean-sized figures emerge from Fang's nostrils, buzzing and fluttering their wings as they flew out the door. They vanished into the distance, only to return hand in hand a while later, disappearing back into his nostrils like bees entering a hive. This peculiar phenomenon continued for several days. One day, Fang overheard the little figure in his left eye remark,
"It's so inconvenient to keep traveling this winding path. Why not dig a new doorway?"
The figure in his right eye replied,
"The walls here are too thick, it won't be easy to dig."
The left figure then declared,
"Then let me try. If I succeed, we can live together on my side."
Fang felt a scratching pain in his left eye. Moments later, he realized he could open it and almost see clearly. Joyfully, he called for his wife, who examined his eye closely. She discovered a small, peppercorn-sized hole in the membrane, through which Fang's iris was visible. After another night, the white membrane in his left eye had completely disappeared. Upon closer inspection, Fang's left eye now had two pupils, while the spiral patterns in his right eye remained. Fang understood that the two little figures were now living together in his left eye. Though he only had one eye that could see clearly, Fang felt his vision was sharper than those with two healthy eyes. From that day forward, he restrained his frivolous behavior, earning him a reputation for noble character among his peers.